Canelo's the one that said he'll fight at 52. Floyd didn't say you got to come down to 152.
People always want to blame Floyd for everything, though, don't they?
Of course.
Oh, Floyd did it. Floyd said it, even when he
Yeah.
hasn't said anything.
Right. I mean, but that's part of the sport. When you play bad boy, as long as he plays bad boy, you're gonna get that. So.
Another thing that really amazes me, Jeff, is this. Now, I can remember I interviewed Don Turner, a dear friend of mine who was training Evander Holyfield.
I know Don real well.
I thought you did. He's a dear friend of mine. And I was interviewing Don, and I said, okay, Don, I said, what's the plan to beat Tyson? And I was interviewing him, you know, so he said, now, Gene, I'm not going to tell you what the plan, I'm not going to give you the game plan. And I said, you're not. He said, no, not while you're interviewing me. I'll tell you something later, but not now while I'm interviewing you. However, Floyd Sr. said recently, someone asked him, what's the game plan? And he gave the game plan. What's your thought about that?
Well, the reality is this, is that once, you know, every fighter that fight Floyd, they come in there with a game plan. Once they get in the ring, they realize it ain't nothing like you think. And so, I mean, with that being said, I mean, Floyd's the smartest fighter on the planet, hands down. And with that being the case, it's a situation in which it make no difference. You can watch Floyd. You
can know the plan.
You can know the plan, and you still can't stop it.
As my daughter said, just because you know the plan, when you get in there, you have to execute the plan.
Right. Well, and plus the thing is this: the one thing that Floyd has over all these other fighters is this: Floyd's on autopilot. Everyone else is thinking what they have to do next, so that keeps him 3 or 4 steps ahead of you, and he makes those adjustments like that. And while he's making them, no one even knows they're being made but the fans, because they see what he's doing.
When he was little, could you see even then that there was something really special there, or is all of this a shock to you?
No, this is what it's supposed to be.
You could see it?
I thought Floyd would be the best fighter to ever put on a pair of gloves.
At what point did you see it? About how old was he when you saw it? You could see it at the age of 6?
Yes.
Why?
At 6 years old, the things that you guys are seeing now, Floyd was able to do.
6 years old?
Yes.
Oh my, so this is not shocking at all to you then?
No, not at all.
This is exactly as it looked to you, as if it would be.
Right, it's unfolded exactly like I thought it would be. I thought that he would be the best fighter ever. And so far, I mean, he's pretty close to that.
The other thing people wonder is, why is it, when he finishes, he will have had 49 fights, right?
Yeah.
People are asking, why 49 and not 50?
Well, I mean, the thing is that because everybody talks about the Rocky Marciano thing, in which realistically there's no comparison. I mean, Rocky Marciano fought his brother a few times.
Gee, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the history of boxing that, you know, nobody
even
tells,
I didn't know that.
You know, so I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, and so that's just like, that's become like the pinnacle of boxing, is to make that 49-0 mark. But I talked to Floyd a little bit, and of course they've already offered him, you know, even more money, you know, to stay another year. But as of right now, he's turned that down. And I think that, you know, it's not even about, you know, he can walk away right now and still be considered one of the greatest fighters ever. You know, so I mean, it's not about trying to surpass that record or anything like that. I mean, and not only that, if he walked away today, or if he walks away after his contract, he will be the only black fighter, African American, to ever walk away undefeated.
Oh my gosh, that will be so wonderful. That will be really great. Is there anybody that he hasn't fought that you would have wanted to see him fight, that he didn't get a chance to? I mean, would you have wanted to see the Pacquiao fight?
I didn't care.
Wasn't that important?
I didn't care one way or the other, because I mean, I never thought that much of Pacquiao. Everybody else just got caught up in the hype. I never did. So it didn't, you know, it was no big deal to me to see Floyd fight Pacquiao or not. So, but no, I mean, pretty much. I mean, he's pretty much fought, you know, the guys that were out there, and I'm not one of those fans that, you know, because the fans, they create, you know, like Margarito, oh, Margarito killed Floyd. Okay, everybody that they created turned around and got beat before they could even get to Floyd. They said that about Margarito. He got beat by Paul Williams. They said it about Paul Williams. He got beat by Cantana. And then after that, then they created Sergio Martinez. And then Sergio Martinez, he got beat by, no, he really hasn't got beat yet since then, but he has, because he got beat his last fight for real. But, you know, here's a guy that walks around at 185 pounds, and Floyd's supposed to fight him because the fans want him to. Stupid.
But don't you think they thought De La Hoya would definitely beat him?
I think that was just fans of De La Hoya's thought that, because I don't think that, you know, people that are actually true fans of boxing thought De La Hoya had a chance, because if they did, they would have made Floyd the favorite.
Okay.
You know,
so with Canelo, do you see, what do you see his biggest obstacle being with Floyd? Will it be Floyd's defense or offense? What do you think is both?
Yeah, because I mean, Floyd's faster than him, Floyd's smarter than him, and I mean, the only advantage he has is that he's bigger. He's just bigger. That's it. He's bigger and probably stronger, but that don't win fights. A lot of guys that have fought Floyd have been bigger and stronger, you know, but that's not going to win it. He's got to have something else. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, one punch can change anything. You know, and he is a puncher. Even if he catches Floyd right, I mean, he has a puncher's chance, and that's about good as it gets.
That's what makes boxing exciting. That the puncher has a puncher's chance. But look at George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. If anybody ever had a puncher's chance, wouldn't you think it would have been George?
Yeah.
But look how that went.
Well, it's one of those things too. Is that the same thing that Floyd has, that a lot of people don't talk about because of the fact that Floyd's defense is so great that Floyd takes a good shot too.
That's very important, isn't it?
You know, but people don't, because you don't know how to get hit.
Yeah.
People, they never acknowledge that fact. You know, because I mean, he got caught big. You know, with Mosley, where Mosley could have knocked him out, but I mean, Floyd worked so hard that, you know, and don't want to lose. He dug down and found a way to win.
Were you a little concerned there with Mosley? I remember watching that fight, and
to be honest, it's funny because when I was sitting down and I was watching the fight, everybody was like, oh, and I was like, I was just expecting Floyd just to come back and because I guess because I wasn't really like at ringside. I was like the seats right at the ringside.
Those are really the best ones, aren't they?
Yes,
they
because
really
they're ring level.
Yeah, they're really the best seats.
And so basically, I mean, but from that distance, I didn't see how hurt Floyd was, and I was wondering why everybody was caught up in it. I didn't see it until I got home and I saw the replay on
now,
TV.
If you've seen it, would you have been like, oh my God?
I would have been a little nervous. I'd been a little nervous, but I mean, you know, it's one of those things that's part of the sport, you know. And Floyd, I mean, not only did he take over from that point, he dominated Mosley. Mosley didn't win, you know, he didn't win another round.
Well, what's the most exciting part for you? I mean, I don't know if you feel the way that I do. As I told you, boxing's a drug for me. Okay, when they're walking in the ring, are there any butterflies for you? Okay, Floyd's walking in the ring. He's about to fight. Are there any butterflies going on in your stomach? No butterflies? No. Okay, they get in the ring and they're standing face to face and the instructions are being read. Any butterflies?
No butterflies.
Oh my gosh. You should see me by then. Oh my gosh. Jeff, I can barely take it. When that, and that first round, I guess surely the first round is the most important round for everybody though, right?
Well, I mean, that's really, not really, because that's just the fill out round.
But I mean, isn't that, doesn't that really get you though?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, the first round is one of those things because sometimes fighters come out and try to make a statement, you know, and that could make the fight exciting because, you know, if a guy comes out and you know, and land a big shot, it can change everything. It can change the whole outcome of the fight.
Well, answer this myth. There's a myth that some people say that when two fighters are standing face to face and then the bell rings and then they start in the first round, the first one who lands a shot will probably be the one who's going to dominate or win or do something. Does that make any sense at all? It doesn't, huh?
No, it don't make no sense because...
So boxing fans, that's a myth. It's not true. Doesn't matter who hits first. Throw that myth away. He would know.
The one thing is this. One thing about, I mean, like you said, when you see the guys in the ring, center of the ring,
Oh
doing
my
the stare
gosh.
down and everything. It's like this. Once the fight starts, once a punch is thrown, whether it lands or not land, everything, all the nerves and everything else that you may have been feeling going into that ring, it disappears. Because now it's real.
Wow.
It's no longer, it's no longer a build-up. It's no longer a promotion. It's real now, and that's the one thing that, with boxing, I mean, it changes like that.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The other controversial thing that I'm going to ask that people, I get a lot of questions from people on Facebook about boxing. And and I had to argue about this one too. Well, firmly support Floyd on this one. With the Ortiz things, everybody thinks, not everybody, some people feel that Floyd should not have resumed boxing when he did. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he did exactly what he's supposed to, because you don't do something intentionally and then try to apologize. That's almost like, that's like me going over there and stabbing that person's tire and then turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry. But the only reason I would say I'm sorry is that because it was the wrong car. But what I did was intentional. But
It's not going to work.
No, so I mean, it means nothing. And so the thing is this, is that you did that, and Floyd, it wasn't dirty. Basically it was like, you got to protect yourself at all times.
At all times.
And then all that extra trying to hug and kiss and
Oh
all
my
that,
gosh.
you should have got knocked off.
Well, one of the things I love about you is the fact that you're so supportive of your nephew. I really think that's beautiful. I think that you saw the gift at an early age, and you're not surprised by all of this. I think that's amazing. On a perfect day when you're not in the gym, when you have nothing to do, and you can just do whatever you want to do. First of all, what would your breakfast be? You can have any breakfast you want. What would you have?
I'm simple. Bacon, eggs, toast. Okay. That's about it.
Would you have coffee or tea?
Orange juice.
Okay.
I don't really like coffee that much.
Okay, I love it. Okay, dinner. It's your perfect, and you have whatever you want.
I would say, probably, I love steak, so probably steak and baked potato.
That sounds good. And if you had a vegetable, what would that be?
I thought bacon. I thought that.
your baked potato. Green vegetable would you take?
I don't really like vegetables, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
But if I had to take one, broccoli.
Okay, that sounds good. So I'm not going to ask you any more questions because he is a busy, busy man. I should not take up all of his time. So thank you so much.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure and an honor.
Likewise.
Because to me, I am next to boxing royalty. Bye.